Everybody talking about hair by Chrissy is extremely comedic to me. If you don't know, this lady named Chrissy has a bunch of TikTok influencers, creators, even some low-dose celebrities that come into her salon, Habit Salon, to get specifically hair extensions. She does other services too. Allegedly, she's not really doing the services. She has assistants doing it all. Well, a TikTok creator did an entire review saying how she paid over I believe it was $4,200 or close to $4,200 total to get her hair done. And she was supposed to be receiving the Chrissy service. And Chrissy herself didn't even touch her head but for 60 seconds. And the entire salon is nothing but a content making machine. It's a content factory. That's what it is. Well, Chrissy has limited all of her comments and turned them off on multiple different platforms because she is getting so much backlash. She's done absolutely nothing to reach out to this girl who left a very honest review. Nothing to try and make it right. And that says a lot about who she is and her integrity as a stylist. What she really thinks and how she really feels about her clientele. But she is rage baiting everybody, and she's doing this on purpose because negative attention, negative PR is better than no attention or no PR. Was it a real, legitimate review, or was this designed purposely to bring more attention to Hair by Chrissy and her social media accounts? I can't say, but it seemed like a genuine review. I was born and raised in the Detroit area, so I'm just going to say this. If you are dumb enough to pay over $4,200 to get your hair done, well, that's on you. Because there ain't a damn thing, not a single video on this Hair by Chrissy social media account that looks like it's worth over $4,000. Not a damn one. Not a single head looks like it should cost over $4,000. This is a content factory disguised as a hair salon. So if you're looking for a genuine experience and you go here, well, that's still your fault because you're dumb for paying that kind of money. But you're also going to notice on Hair by Chrissy a whole lot of the same exact videos in the same exact faces doing multiple videos. And she's posting them over and over and over and over again. Better be careful because that's actually against community standards. But I'm just going to show you. You're going to notice the same exact videos. This girl with the wedding hair had her video posted more than 3 times on this page. And yes, I know that this is not blackface, but what I want to know is when did it become so trend for specifically Caucasian white females to go this dark? Because it is given Julianne Hough blackface. Like some of these girls are much darker than what got her canceled. A sun-kissed glow, a light tan that is natural for your complexion. Yeah, I understand the difference between tanning and blackface, but there's clearly a line being blurred here. For goodness sakes, everybody's called him the Orange Blob for years. Or the Orange Man. Early aughts, Clintondale High School, Clinton Township, Michigan. We had a principal that ended up becoming the superintendent of the Board of Education for that area, and his name was Mr. Ritter. He used to drive a red sports car, and he looked an awful lot like Donald Trump with the fake orange tan and the blonde dyed hair. People used to call him Red Ritter. I mean, we've seen people like Gypsy Rose Blanchard use self-tanners constantly. But there's something so unnatural about them turning either orange or very, very dark green. And what is it with these girls, white girls specifically, going so dark? Or are they doing something different? Are they injecting melanin? Are they taking some kind of pills? Even Chrissy herself, who looks a lot like Kristen Chenoweth, the actress, looks way, way dark. There's no way that anybody can tell me that that is natural. That that's just a natural tan. I mean, that is literally darker than somebody who literally did blackface. As I'm showing you. So maybe I'm just not understanding what the trend is, but I'm telling you in 10 to 15 years, everybody's going to look back at all of those and be like, what the hell? What the hell? What were these girls doing? They're going to look back at this aesthetic and be like, yeah, that wasn't it. And like I said, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, the girl who literally took the life of her mom and framed an entire autistic young man, manipulated him into helping her, lying to him, telling her that she had underwent all this abuse that never really happened. And so he could spend the rest of his life in prison for her crime. She's out here trying to copy her sister every day, but look at her orange palms. I mean, even her sister has gone really, really dark. This is what her sister naturally, this is her natural complexion. This is her natural complexion. This looks like 25 shades darker. That to me doesn't look like a natural sun-kissed tan or a natural tan that you would get. But like I said, this lady, Hair by Chrissy, she is just baiting everybody. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad attention. In fact, the bad attention is usually better than the positive attention. You know why? Because she's getting more views, clicks, and interest in her services, in her salon. But we know that negative attention, even though it can literally be over 900% more than any positive good attention, and we know that that sells, we also know that sex sells. It is not as genuine, as authentic, and as long-lived as good positive attention is. It's short-lived. It has a very short lifespan and it dies out, and that's it. 15 minutes of fame. One-hit wonders. Maybe I just am not understanding the trend, but I don't understand why young white females are going so dark. And I think people are going to look back at this and be like, no, that's just not it. People are also going to realize that they're being played and that this is not, there's no single girl, woman, head anywhere on this entire page whose hair is worth paying over $4,000 for. And I'm going to die on that hill.